Welcome to my kitchen, to tonight's live Whimsdom. Welcome again on a Saturday, because once again, I thought it was Friday. I'm just whipping up the last of this dinner, and I want to talk to you really directly, pretty quickly, because this is a super simple thing that is so hard for people pleasers to, I don't want to say grasp. It's so hard for people pleasers to inhabit the space. What up, viewer? To inhabit the space of direct communication. And it often goes kind of forced sometimes in people pleasers, especially when they really start finding their footing and they're like, yeah, I don't have to be a people pleaser. I'm finding my voice. I'm sticking up for myself. Yeah. And then, and if you guys have ever seen my video about don't clap back, it's something that I help teach my clients. Because taking a dominant stance is not the way to find empowerment. Taking the whole, like, I say it like it is because I speak the truth and da-da-da-da, and that kind of like catty bullshit, that's really just a fake armor. Please ignore all the nonsense on my counter. But really it's just an armor for the inability to actually stick up for yourself, which is so weird, right? It's like probably the people that you think have the most confidence, the ones that are like so outgoing at parties, the ones that like really seem to know who they are and they're like super individuals, those are probably people pleasers. And it's just because it's easier to really put out that front of I don't give a fuck what people think than to actually not give a fuck what people think. Hi Jenny! Hi Jennifer! Oh, so many Jennies tonight. So the power of direct communication. I'm gonna just put this as simply as possible. I guess I will share a testimony from my client. This happened earlier, and she contacted me and she said, look, this is a situation, it's bubbling up inside of me. I have a lot of like anxiety around it and guilt and shame around it, and I'm kind of coming out looking like the bad guy, which is bullshit because these people are the fucking bad guy, and I just don't feel respected, and I don't feel like I'm getting the level of love that I'm putting into this relationship. And I reminded her, because again, recovery is an ongoing thing, and just because we absorb all of the information that we need to lead our best lives, it doesn't mean we're going to be able to implement it right away, because those old trigger patterns in your brain are deep, and it takes time. It just takes time to redirect them, to create a new divot, a new road for your trigger responses to go down, and the old one fills up slowly, and then they just don't go down the old one anymore. So my clients reach out to me all the time, which I love, and if you're a client of mine, you have access to me to reach out all the time and be like, I know I totally thought that I had conquered this one little thing, but I don't think I have, and I think it's rearing its ugly head. We all have that. I have that. I have my own mentor that I'm like, yeah, thought I had a handle on that? It showed me today that I'm full of shit and I do not have a handle on that. Help. So she contacted, she was like, I feel disrespected. This has caused me a lot of anxiety. I don't know what to do. And she was on the verge of ghosting. She was on the verge of just being like, I'm done. I'm just not even gonna respond. I'm not even going to say goodbye. I'm not even going to do this thing. And as uncomfortable as it was, we talked for a bit and we were like, listen, I told her, it's not about, the reason why you should never ghost is not about the other person. And when a people pleaser is really in the thick of it and is like about to take that dominant stance, whether it's ghosting or being catty or clapping back, they really plant their feet in it, because it's a kind of a new feeling to stick up for themselves, but they're doing it all wrong. They're like, no, I shouldn't have to fucking put my feelings into words. They don't deserve that. And while yes, that is true in so many ways, you can't overlook what you're going to set yourself up for if you ghost, if you take that dominant stance, if you do the catty thing. What you're going to set yourself up for is an explosion of that negative energy further down the road. You're going to set yourself up for a repeat of the same, whether it's an abusive relationship or just like not at the right level relationship that you feel you deserve. You're going to set yourself up to just repeat it again, because you're not honoring what's in you that feels like you deserve more. So imagine there's a child in you, like a little kid version, like a little kid Jenny inside of Jenny going, I feel like we deserve friends that like put as much effort into their relationships as we do. And you're like, oh yeah, totally. This one isn't doing it, so we're just gonna ghost her. And the little kid is like, okay, but I feel like no one's sticking up for me. I feel like nobody's actually honoring me. And then you, the outside you, goes out, finds another fucking less than awesome friendship or relationship, and your inner child is like, awesome. Yay, let's do this again. And just constantly feels disrespected by you. Thank you. Yeah, and it's so unfair to the inside you. So what I mean by direct communication is just fucking communicate. Something that I love telling my clients is that communicating is like walking. You don't have to be good at it. You just have to fucking do it so you don't fall on your face. That's it. You don't have to be good at communicating. You don't have to sit there and have like tons of pre-conversations of how should I word this perfectly so that they understand it, so that they get my point, so that I'm understood. You don't have to do any of that. As long as you are coming from a pure love place and not a place of cattiness and fuck you and I should be ghosting you. Because ghosting is catty as shit too. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. Ghosting is like, well, fuck you. Huh? All right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's ghosting. That's catty as shit. And it's not fun for anyone, and it's not good for the inside you, for your inner child. So direct communication just being, just say what you feel, and don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck how it makes them feel. Because think about it, you were about to ghost in the first place, right? So what does it matter to you if you say the wrong thing? Nothing. But you have to use your words. You have to say things out loud. My client the other day, we were going through this, and she was like, I gave her some examples of what she could say in this situation. She was like, I could never say that. I could never say that. Why can't I just walk away from this? Why do I need to say this? Why do I need to try to fix this or try to clarify this? Why can't I just walk away? Why can't they just get it? You know? And it's not about them at all. At all. It's about when you use your words and you stick up for yourself, not in a catty way, not in a clapping back way, not in an awkward, dominant, I'm going to overdo it because I really am very uncomfortable sticking up for myself. But if you come from a place of love, sorry if you hear that chime, that's the motion detector. Someone's on my front porch. Awesome. But as long as you come from a place of love, and the love being, my inner child really needs to be heard right now, and she needs me to tell you why we're about to step away from all this. Right? Imagine you were with like your mom or whatever parental figure you have that you like think is supposed to protect you as a child, and someone in public says something shitty or does something shitty, and you go, Mom, I think we should leave. And then your mom goes, yeah, but let's wait till they're not looking. And then scooches off with you. Scoots. Then scoots off with you. All you're gonna learn from that is how to wait until someone's not looking to run away. And you're gonna feel every time it happens less and less honored and respected by that parental figure. You're not gonna feel protected by that parental figure. But if your mom turned around and said, hey, listen, I love my child and I don't think she should ever be spoken to like that. So we're going to walk away from you in this situation. Peace. You'd be like, fuck yeah, my mom's awesome. My mom gives a fuck about me. Yeah. And you would actually repeat that behavior. You would have respect for yourself, and it would go on and on and on. So that's what you're doing. That's why you need to speak out loud. That's why you need to go through the effort and not give a fuck. You can only take responsibility for you. We talk about this all the time. As people pleasers, you can only be responsible for the words that come out of your mouth and how you take the words that are being said to you. That's it. You can't be responsible for how they hear you. You can't be responsible for what they do next. You just need to decide what you want out of this and why. So if the situation is, I really do like this person, but I feel like they're not treating me correctly, say it. Say, hey, so I feel like you're not treating me the way that you should. Let's talk about it. It literally that simple. And so many people pleasers out there are like, nope, I could never say that. I could never just blah something that's simple. It would have to come with an hour of listing and explanation and over exaggeration and whatever. It is that simple. Literally say how you feel. That's it. And if they don't respond the way that you think is appropriate, that's just a sign for you to be like, yeah, this isn't really working. Wish you the best, but I'm gonna go this way. Bye. That's it. Wish them the best. I really valued what we had, but it seems that's changed. So I'm gonna do us the favor of cutting that. Bye-bye. I'm going to respect myself. This doesn't feel good anymore. Bye. That's it. Direct communication. And not everything has to end, right? It's not always about cutting people out of your life. Sometimes it's about saving yourself so much unnecessary pre-conversations and anxiety just by using your simple words. Not taking the responsibility of whether or not they're going to understand. Just using your simple words, that's it. Opening that up. She did it, just in case you're wondering, my client, she did it. And she was like, oh my God, I said it. This is what I said. And it went great. And this is how it ended up. And I feel so liberated. That felt amazing. When just a few hours before that, she was like, no, I could never fucking say that. So just be direct. Remember, it's just like walking. You don't have to be good at it. We just do it so we don't fall on our face. Okay? I love you guys so much. My name has been Audrey Kent, and I am your guide through people-pleasing, addiction, and recovery. If you haven't checked out the newly revamped website, visit it, ahdri.com. It's awesome. I'm very proud of it. If you haven't taken the people pleaser type quiz yet, go fucking take it. It's amazing, because just knowing you're a people pleaser is not enough. You need to know what kind you are so that we can figure out how you can dig your way out of this shit, okay? If you're interested in working with me as your guide and as your coach through this behavioral addiction, please message me. There are tons of ways to start your journey on the website. I even have a 90-minute free session. It's called a Lady Balls Roadmap Call. Why am I tongue-tied? Lady Balls. Hashtag Lady Balls. And it's a free 90-minute session just for you, only for new clients. But there's so many ways you can get started. I love you guys so much, and go forth. Do not people please.